Hi, this is Ingrid from Quilt Essential Co. And today we're going to be doing Block of the Month again. It is June, and this is what we're doing. And we're using the Jaybird Sidekick ruler again, and I'm going to show you how to put it together. This is also a new quilt that we have up on the wall, and this is Kids Adventure Playground. This is the one that is really easy to put together. Doesn't matter what your skill level is, and this one has pirates and little boys, and we also have a girls version with Little Red Riding Hood. So now let's get to cutting out our block. So first of all, we're going to cut out all of our pieces before we construct our block. For June, I designed a pinwheel sort of star block, and when you put your pieces together, if you make multiple blocks all the same, this will make a different pattern in the corners here, and it will make a really cool quilt. So we're going to start cutting out. Here's A and B. Easiest thing you can do is give them a quick spray with Best Press so that they're nice and flat, and when we use the diagonal sewing, it will be nice and stable. And it's easy to stack them together, but make sure they're right sides up. So both of them right side up so we're ready for later on. Cut them into a 3.5-inch strip. C, you will have enough fabric to do this, but these are rectangles. Make sure before you cut that you have sufficient fabric to get it out the direction that you're cutting from your square. So these are 3.5 inches tall by 4 3/4 inches wide, and you have 4 of them. D, you're cutting a 3 1/4 inch square, and E, you're cutting 4 2 1/4 inch squares for the corners. And now we're going to sew. So remember, we are cutting our A and B, and these are both right sides up. That's really important, otherwise our triangles in the rectangle will not work together. Take your Sidekick Jaybird ruler. If you need to just straighten up this edge, do that first. And then slide it down, and you're going to line it up so it's flat on the bottom and 3.5-inch line right on the top of your fabric and on the side. Cut this. And now I'm just going to rotate my ruler and again put my triangle down, flat on the bottom 3.5, and cut straight up the side. And this is on your orange instructions. So you're just going to keep going and cut those out, and then we're going to sew them. So you're going to sew these together, and when you do, you want to make sure that they're going in the correct direction. And you want to flip them over so that when you sew, you're going to make sure that there's a 60-degree triangle here. There'll be a little bit of fabric left over here, but where your stitch at the 1/4 inch comes in, that should be exactly at that intersection, and sew all the way down. Press the way I've told you to, and now you have a lovely rectangle block that's made up of 2 triangles. This is your B, this is your A. You're going to be sewing your C right next to it. So all you have to do is flip this over and sew 1/4 inch and put that together. The nice thing about this block is when we put the corner on, you can decide to put it on right at the end, or you can put it on after you just construct these little units, because you're going to make 4 of these units. So let's just pretend you can decide how you do it. You're going to put them on at the end, or you can put them on now, but I'm going to show you how to put them on right at the end. So you're constructing these 4 sections, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we're going to be putting them around our center square, and I'll show you how to do that right away. So you've now constructed, with your A, B, and C blocks, you've got 4 of these rectangles. And we're now going to be doing what's called a partial seam and sewing around our center square. So you take your center square, right side on top of your center square, you fold down your first rectangle with your A, B on it. Make sure your B is going the right direction, and you're just going to sew a 1-inch piece. You're not sewing all the way along, just a 1-inch piece. And then you press the way I've told you. Now from that, you leave this open, and you're going counterclockwise. So the next time you join you put these two together and you're going to sew all the way up on the side. I've left your rectangle a little longer so that at the end we can give it a little trim and so that we know that we've got a nice square block. Sew this one down and flip it back, and now you've got another one. Sew this one down and then sew this one down, and then you take your whole block, fold it, and finish that seam. And then you're done your major part of your block. To do your corners, you are going to take this. If you're doing it traditionally, you would, on the wrong side of your fabric, mark the diagonal, put this on top, right sides together with your C. So mark it on the diagonal, sew, cut behind, sew, and flip it back. If you're doing it with the folded corner clipper, which we've used before, you just put your folded corner clipper 2 1/4 inch, because it's a 2 1/4 inch square, right on your block. Cut this off, sew, and you're done. So that's how you construct this block this month. Well guys, if you found this video useful, please leave us a like and click subscribe for future content. This has been Ingrid from Quilt Essential Co., and thanks for sewing with me today, and we'll see you soon.